Why aren't black men marrying black women? This is a complex and sensitive issue that involves a combination of social, economic, historical, and cultural factors. It's important to recognize that many black men do marry black women, but when people ask this question, they're often referring to perceived trends or disparities in marriage rates within the black community in the United States. Here are some key factors that help explain the broader dynamics. Number 1. Economic disparities. Unemployment and underemployment. Black men, on average, face higher rates of unemployment and lower wages, which can make marriage seem less feasible or attractive due to financial insecurity. Incarceration rates. Disproportionately high incarceration rates for black men reduce the pool of eligible partners and affect long-term relationship prospects. Number 2. Historical and structural issues. Legacy of systemic racism. Generations of discrimination have disrupted family structures, particularly through mass incarceration, housing discrimination, and unequal access to education. Family instability. Some studies show higher rates of single-parent households in black communities, which can influence expectations and norms around marriage. Number 3. Social and cultural shifts. Changing views on marriage. Like other racial groups, Black Americans are also delaying or opting out of marriage for reasons such as personal freedom, career focus, or skepticism about the institution itself. Mistrust and gender dynamics. Some men and women express frustration or mistrust with the opposite sex due to past experiences, media stereotypes, or cultural expectations. Number 4. Interracial relationships. Greater social acceptance. Interracial dating and marriage have become more socially acceptable, and some black men marry outside their race, though this is still a minority. Perceptions of status. In some cases, societal messaging and internalized biases might lead some individuals to view relationships outside their race as more desirable or beneficial, though this is controversial and not universally true. Number 5. Marriage statistics. According to U.S. Census data, about 85% of married black men are married to black women. So while there may be cultural discussions about a lack of black marriages, most still occur within the same race. However, marriage rates are lower overall for black Americans compared to other racial groups, and black women, in particular, have lower marriage rates, which fuels much of this discussion. The question isn't just about personal choices, it's deeply tied to structural inequalities, economic barriers, cultural evolution, and historic trauma. Still, the narrative that black men are not marrying black women should be approached carefully, as it can oversimplify or misrepresent what's actually a nuanced issue. Number 6. Media and representation. Stereotypes and media narratives. Television, film, and social media often portray dysfunctional black relationships or prioritize interracial relationships involving black men. These depictions can shape perceptions, especially among young people, and reinforce harmful stereotypes. Lack of positive role models. There is a shortage of widely visible, healthy representations of black love and marriage in mainstream culture. This can influence how people envision their own future relationships. Number 7. Gender role expectations. Conflicting expectations. Some black men and women report feeling pressure to conform to traditional gender roles that may not align with their values or circumstances. For example, men might feel pressure to be primary providers in a challenging economic environment, while women may feel they are expected to be both independent and submissive, creating tension. Communication breakdowns. Generational trauma, coupled with conflicting ideals about love, masculinity, femininity, and independence, can contribute to mistrust or difficulty in building long-term partnerships. Number 8. Dating pool imbalance. Educational and economic gaps. Black women are increasingly surpassing black men in educational attainment and economic success. This can sometimes create a perceived mismatch in the dating pool, with women feeling there are fewer equally yoked partners, and some men feeling intimidated or undervalued. Population and availability. Due to incarceration, early mortality, and systemic inequalities, there are statistically fewer black men than black women in many communities. This imbalance can make it harder for black women to find partners within their race who meet their preferences. Number 9. Impact on black women. Emotional toll. Many black women express frustration, hurt, or confusion when they feel overlooked or undervalued by black men, especially when it seems those men are choosing partners of other races. Strength and resilience narrative. The strong black woman trope, while empowering in some contexts, can make it harder for black women to be seen as needing or desiring emotional support and partnership, creating another barrier to connection. Number 10. What can be done? Community-level solutions. Open dialogue, creating safe spaces for black men and women to talk honestly about their experiences, expectations, and desires can bridge understanding. Mentorship and media change, promoting positive examples of black love and family life can help reshape narratives. Economic empowerment, addressing employment, education, and incarceration issues is critical to improving family stability and long-term partnership viability. Individual-level reflections, self-awareness and healing. Many people benefit from working through generational trauma, past relationship wounds, or internalized biases through therapy, faith communities, or personal growth. Valuing love over stereotypes, a deeper commitment to seeing one another as individuals, beyond societal messages, is essential. While it's true that marriage patterns among black Americans differ from other groups, most black men who marry still choose black women. The challenges around marriage are shaped more by economic, structural, and historical forces than by personal rejection or cultural failure. Rather than focusing solely on who's marrying whom, it may be more productive, and healing, to ask, how can we create the conditions for more healthy, supportive, and lasting relationships in the black community? Number 11. Healing from historical trauma. Intergenerational trauma. Many black families have been deeply affected by centuries of racism, slavery, segregation, and systemic disenfranchisement. These historical traumas still echo today in the form of mistrust, emotional distance, and broken family structures. Healing is possible. Recognizing the weight of this history is the first step. Collective healing, through therapy, community discussions, faith-based counseling, or cultural traditions, can help both men and women learn to trust again and build healthier relationships. Mental health matters. Stigmas around mental health and therapy in the black community have prevented many people from getting the help they need. Normalizing therapy, emotional vulnerability, and open communication can go a long way toward restoring relationships. Number 12. Reimagining black love. Redefining success in relationships. Love and marriage don't have to follow one rigid blueprint. For some, long-term commitment might not mean legal marriage. What matters is mutual respect, emotional intimacy, and shared purpose. Black love is resilient. Despite the challenges, countless examples exist of enduring, joyful relationships between black men and women, relationships built on friendship, faith, patience, humor, and deep cultural connection. Celebrating love stories. Movements like the #BlackLove hashtag and TV shows like Black Love are highlighting these narratives, countering the idea that black men and women can't or won't be together. Representation matters. Number 13. Empowering future generations. Modeling healthy relationships. Children learn about love, trust, and commitment by watching the adults in their lives. When they see cooperation, communication, and mutual care, they internalize those patterns. Teaching emotional intelligence. Schools and community organizations can support this effort by teaching youth how to build emotional awareness, resolve conflict, and express vulnerability, skills essential to strong relationships. Supporting both boys and girls. Young black boys need spaces where they're allowed to feel, cry, and dream beyond hypermasculine stereotypes. Young black girls need to be affirmed for more than their strength, beauty, or independence. Both need to be seen in their full humanity. Number 14. The bigger picture. Unity over division. Conversations about who is or isn't marrying whom can easily become divisive or accusatory. But the deeper work is about unity, about understanding, compassion, and collaboration. Solidarity between black men and women. Both face unique struggles, but they are stronger together. By listening to each other's experiences without blame, and approaching relationships with humility and care, deeper bonds can form. Partnership over perfection. No relationship is perfect. But when both partners commit to growing together, through hardship, healing, and hope, they create a bond that strengthens not only the couple, but the community as a whole. Closing thoughts. Black love is powerful. It's not defined by statistics or shaken by stereotypes. Though challenges exist, rooted in centuries of systemic injustice, the truth is that black men and black women are not each other's enemies. There is a deep well of shared history, culture, and resilience to draw from. And when love is nurtured with intention, care, and accountability, it can be one of the most revolutionary acts of all.